old shit. And they're like, yeah, but it's new to us or something. But just the idea that American culture is, you know, almost, I mean, it's like a microwave, you know, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. It's just, you know, we have all these fads. I mean, not for nothing, you know, the microwave is great for certain things. And quite frankly, I mean, you know, you can heat a good meal in the microwave. But I also think that this idea of, you know, we just don't get enough time to appreciate things. I think that that's my relationship with nostalgia, why I hold on to things for too long, because I think that we live in an age and an era where, you know, something good comes out, a good movie, and there's not even enough time for people to talk about it and wonder about it. And next week there's something else. There's another show or another streaming network that's opening up, and there's another, you know, I also feel that we, you know, it's great to have options, and it's great to have so many places where we can exchange creative ideas. But I also think that one of the points in the doc was like, you know, erosion of your memory. Like at some point, it's hard to reconcile what it is that you really remember or appreciate about something when it's all just kind of getting jumbled around. And, you know, memory is, I think, a delicate thing.
I think too, you know, I think of you as such an incredible kind of curator of stuff online. And I think about what our lives were like in the 90s, where, you know, even in America, we've still always had such an abundance of choice under capitalism. But even from the 90s to 2021, like the amount of choices we have at sort of every single decision point in our lives is so much greater. And I really think that people's desire to live in nostalgia has to do with a desire for simplicity. There's this like the sort of origination of nostalgia is like this Swiss physician in the 1600s diagnoses people, you know, with like people who have lost touch, and that becomes a disease. And losing touch, he would solve by sending people home. It would be like sailors and students and domestic workers who were like nannies from other countries who were serving like wealthy families. They would be just racked with this kind of grief, but the grief wasn't related to the loss of a person. It was related to the loss of like their place in time.
Yes. Spatial law. I mean, to hear it's, I took a shower before our meeting, and there was a thought, and I'm trying really hard. I have to get like a waterproof notebook or something, because I'm always thinking of things in the shower. But it was something around this idea of like, that the simplicity that, I wish I could think of exactly what example I had in mind, but it was like planning for something, you know, as simple as travel or making a purchase. It was like, I don't need to know every option that exists in the realm of the universe to make a TV purchase. I don't need to know how much a TV costs in Japan, and I don't need to know the review. I don't need to know every single comparative detail about this TV in order to make an informed and intelligent decision about, is this the TV for my living room? Sure, seems like a good TV, it's a good price, I can afford it, it looks like it works. This new world that we live in adds an additional layer of, I don't want to call it anxiety, but it's like the access to all of this stuff, the access to get more information. I think for me, like you just described, it's the idea that that looking at this little dolphin key with the 90s little whatever vaporwave,
it's like a Lisa Frank print. It's fantastic.
Something about this makes me feel calmer just knowing like, this is a simple dolphin 2D print, little, you know, it's simple. Lisa Frank, simple. Judy Blume, simple. Like these are, you know, simple things. I think that the simplicity is